So you're going to get into a class of real estate that pays you more with a lot less hassles. Why should you invest in commercial real estate versus residential real estate or multifamily? We get that question all the time, almost on a daily basis. What we have found is the problems you have with multifamily and residential versus light industrial, the problems of the tenants go to almost zero when you're dealing with light industrial. We got started, just like most people, in single family and multifamily. The headaches that come with it, the profit margins, one of the worst parts is having to kick someone out of one of your properties because they can't afford the rent. So it could be a single mother with 3 kids, they can't afford the rent and you've got to ask them to move. There is nothing worse than that. But also the maintenance problems as far as garbage disposal, door hinges on the closet doors, windows, the damage that happens, people living in them. You can lease to a hoarder, you can lease to people with mental illness, all kinds of problems. And when they leave, because they didn't pay rent, there's always a lot of fix-up, a lot of repair costs. And when you add those repair costs with the vacancies versus light industrial, it's a no-brainer. And so we love light industrial. The positives with light industrial is a lot of times you can buy a light industrial building for what you're paying for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath in some areas, a single family house. And for sure a 4-plex or even a 8-plex or 10-plex, you can find a light industrial building where the rents can be up to double what you would normally get for the same amount of money spent on residential or multifamily. When I say that we like light industrial versus single family or multifamily, a lot of people don't even understand what light industrial is. What light industrial is, it's usually a minimum of a ½ acre to an acre, and it's got a 2,000, 4,000, 8,000 square foot steel building. And what that is filled with, it's filled with an AC guy. Maybe your pool company guy would be there. A tile person could be there. Every single one of the trades, the service trades, they're not allowed to park their trucks in HOAs at their house. So once they get bigger than 1 vehicle, 1 trailer, and they get 2 or 3 trucks, they're gonna need a light industrial building. So it could be as simple as 2,000 square foot steel building. It's got 1 office, 1 restroom. It'll have a fenced yard. They park their 2 or 3 trucks in. They have an office person in the office, and they're able to keep their expensive tools or supplies inside the steel building. So it starts off just simply a 2,000 square foot building. Then it grows from there, a 4,000, maybe an 8,000, and then it's a 2-acre yard. But those type of people that lease them, you've already negotiated the rent for 3, 5, even sometimes 10 years out, and you're renting it to a company that is there to make money. So the rent isn't a burden of like how to live. It's actually an opportunity to have a good location in a safe area for them to go make more money. They're not worried about their rent. They are budgeting in advance that rent cost. So they just have to concentrate on running their business and paying their rent.
All right, check it out. When you're watching these videos, we know that you guys have questions that aren't answered. Might be about business, might be about real estate. Well, guess what? We can answer all those questions that aren't getting answered in this video. So shoot us a text at 928-605-4335 because there's questions that need to be answered, and this dude and I will answer those questions for you. 928-605-4335. Shoot us a text.
Most of the time when we rent to a light industrial company, we never hear from them again until it's time to renew. And that happens most of the time. We still have quite a few of the multifamily. It is a pain. It's so big that we have an outside company manage our multifamily, and even managing the company that manages the properties is a pain. That's how many things go wrong with multifamily. So if you're looking for light industrial and it isn't within the starting point of what we always say 5 miles, you may have to expand outside your area, because a lot of times light industrial areas are outside of the city. And even in large cities, they're in the smaller cities around your city. So you may have to venture out and find, especially in the like the Phoenix areas, finding an undervalued light industrial building is going to be very difficult in the metropolitan area. But there's cities like Buckeye, there's cities outside of Phoenix as an example. So your area, you need to define and find out where the light industrial buildings are. It's just a way better class of property to own. It's much easier to own, and the profit margins are substantially higher when you do get yourself out of the multifamily or single family and get into light industrial. The profit margin's huge. So for instance, in our area, a $400,000 house in our area would rent for a low of $12,000 to a high of $2,000 a month. But that same $400,000, we're in escrow right now for a 9,000 square foot light industrial building that we think we'll be getting $8,000 a month for. A mile away, you could buy a house for that price and you'd be getting $1,500 a month. That happens all over the country. In Texas, where we do business, it's the same story. 3-bedroom, 2-bath houses, run $400,000. But if you look, you can find an undervalued light industrial building for $400,000, $450,000, even $500,000 that will bring in much more money with a lot less hassles. The one thing is there's just so many less things that can go wrong with a light industrial building. Even in the worst case scenario, if you have a vacancy, the repairs of when someone leaves, usually it's just a broom swept situation. Maybe you pick up some of the trash that they left. You could paint the office or whatever. But on our multifamilies, it's always a hassle. Most people do not leave them nice. The whole place needs to be painted. Floorings need to be redone. Sometimes countertops replaced. It just doesn't happen with light industrial. So you're gonna get into a class of real estate that pays you more with a lot less hassles. And the great news is there's just not a lot of competition of investors looking to buy light industrial. I can't explain why. I think most of the time it's fear. People aren't educated on it. Everybody lives in either a house or multifamily. So guess what you're used to? Going home to a house or multifamily. And so it's a comfort zone. Hey, I want to own one of these. I want to get in real estate. So I'll just buy what I know. Well, every day you spend, 14 hours in that place? So that's what you go buy. That's how people get into it. Not many people spend that much time in a light industrial building. So you got to get the mindset that I understand why I'm attracted to multifamily and residential, but you got to get out of that and get a little bit uncomfortable. Do your research, find out what those things in your area are renting for, what the lease rates are. Another thing is the triple net. When you are in a commercial product, light industrial, the rents may be $6,000 a month, but there's triple net, which is the taxes, insurance, and light maintenance to the building. In light industrial, the tenant pays those expenses. In single family and multifamily, guess who pays the taxes, the insurance, and the light maintenance on the building, or any maintenance on the building? The landlord, the owner of the property. Versus light industrial, the tenant pays those same expenses. So again, that's one reason why the profit margin goes up so much. And these companies are used to paying triple net leases. So when you hear the term triple net, what does that mean? It means the tenant, not the owner, is paying taxes, insurance, and the light maintenance on the building. Makes it another reason why we love it. So another thing is people just get scared from it. They think that it takes a lot more money, like every light industrial building must be over $1 million. But again, it's just because they haven't done their research. They haven't opened their minds up to, hey, I know I got 3 rent houses. I could never get into light industrial. If you've got 3 rent houses, you are the perfect candidate. Keep those, sell them, do whatever you're gonna do, but you've got the experience. You know how to close on properties. You know how to find good deals. You obviously know how to handle tenants. Now all you have to do is graduate to light industrial and get the bigger profit margin that you've been missing out on. And we can teach you exactly how to do that. So with light industrial, hey, you might be a little bit scared getting into it, but if you've done your research and you understand the value of the properties and you found a piece of property in light industrial that you think is undervalued, get a hold of us. Let us analyze it for you. Let us help you find financing for it. Another thing we can do is we can buy the deal from you. Makes you a wholesaler. You can call it a fee, whatever you want, but what it is we'll take the deal from you if you're unable to close on it, and we would give you a finder's fee for it. So what it would do is make you a wholesaler. Also, we have access to hard money guys. Maybe you're going to take care of the deal yourself and you just need help finding the funding. We have access to hard money guys that if the deal's good enough, maybe they'll finance the whole thing. I don't know, but we have access to those type of people. So we can help you analyze the deal, we can help you finance the deal, and also we can partner with you. We partnered with multiple people that the only relationship is they brought the deal to us, they wanted to stay into it, it made sense. Every single deal is different. So there's no cookie cutter of exactly this is how it's done. We'll just help you analyze it and decide, hey, guess what? We'll give you our opinion that, hey, you should probably move forward with that. And you've got your financing set up and you've got the cash to do it yourself. Congratulations. One thing about light industrial, any other real estate out there, there's so much of it. We lift our skirts and tell you about every single deal we've ever done. There's no secrets here. We tell you what we like and what we don't like. You make up your own mind. But we're here to help you. We're here to help you analyze it, here to help you finance it, and possibly even partner with you. When you invest with us, we're cowboys. We keep it super simple. We always like to say, hey, everyone's running around at a third grade level and everyone else is just faking it. We make it super easy. We put the deal on one single piece of paper and it just has to make sense on a napkin basically. And if it doesn't, we move on to the next deal. Most deals that get presented to us don't work because we're looking for properties that are 30% under value that'll cash flow in 90 days. And when I say 30% under value, that's after the fix up. So a lot of times our deals are purchased off market. We can help you find those off market deals and we'll just tell you exactly how we find them. But we've done it over 200 times. We're long-term hold guys. So we've got those properties still today. Going forward, some of our properties we're looking at now as we're getting older, hey, maybe we'll flip some of those going forward. But whatever you want to invest in, just start doing something. We like light industrial. If you're already in single family, take a look at commercial. You'll be surprised how similar it is, just with a lot less headaches. So whether you've never done a deal and working on your first deal, or you've done 100 deals, send the deals to us. We love working with like-minded people, and we can help you make a decision on whether this is a great deal or not. Maybe you should walk on. So another thing about light industrial, it doesn't take many buildings to make it a life-changing investment. When you have multifamily and residential properties, you're married to those properties. It's a lot of work and takes a lot of time. With light industrial, we can travel. It's wealth building. And you don't hear from the tenants. So years go by. It wouldn't take more than 1, 2, 3 light industrial buildings to change your life forever. If you buy those now, get them paid down a bit, you can be taking vacations, you can be paying for college, all your travel, anything you can imagine, because you have those 3 light industrial buildings. And if you have 3, why not get to 4 and really change your life? And if you have 4 and it's not that hard to own them, that's what happened to us. We just started stacking them up like cordwood because they were paying for themselves. The tenants were staying in there, and it didn't take a lot of time to maintenance those buildings. So as opposed to the residential, it was a nightmare owning those. So we don't have those any longer. But what we do have is a whole bunch of light industrial with a lot less problems, and it can change your life. I'm not flexing, but we have a lot of light industrial buildings, have a garage full of cars, take amazing trips. If I had all that invested in single family, there's no way I could be doing what I'm doing today. So I think that I owe the life I'm living right now to light industrial investing starting from 2001 and keeping all those buildings, and just want to share that information with you guys. So through any means of social media, get a hold of us from YouTube to TikTok to Instagram. We're available. We're the guys you actually can contact. We have a team that we set up meetings with the actual people contacting us. We're not too big for our britches. We're happy to talk to like-minded people.